I do not know what to say because it's not like I'm shocked by it. It's just that because it's been going on for so many years, but the fact that Caucasian people think that even though we're in quarantine, they could just get away with this is and I my thing is I'm gonna start from the beginning of the first one I heard about. I heard about Ahmad first. What baffled me was that the fact that they weren't they were just murdered. They weren't murdered by he wasn't murdered by a cop or two cops because there were two people. It was the fact that he was murdered by a retired cop and his son. Keyword retired. Do you hear that retired in front of the word cop? He wasn't a cop or an officer. He was a retired cop, a retired officer, and his son wasn't even an officer. Like, come on. Like, and then I heard about George. The audio in the video, the first video, baffles me because you're telling him to get into the car, but your foot is on his neck the whole time and he's handcuffed. I guys, I just don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say because we're already in so much stuff right now. Like we're in corona. Like we literally the coronavirus. I think since the protests and stuff have started, I think everyone has forgotten about corona. Like literally. We're still in a pandemic. But if you want to protest, please wear a mask. It doesn't matter. Just wear something to cover your face. So if you have the corona but you pass it on and you don't get it, make sure you don't give it to anybody else if you protest. I've heard during the protest that there was this lady in a wheelchair who was stabbing protesters. To those who were stabbed, I hope you are okay. I really do hope you're okay. To that lady who was stabbing the people, what was the reason of stabbing them? They're peacefully protesting. And the thing about it is, they try to reverse the logic of the protest. The protest. They try to reverse the logic. Because I know what a peaceful protest is, and I know that we never throw the first punch. I've been in a protest before. I've been in, I don't know, I think a couple of them. I've been in a protest before. But I know for a fact during a peaceful protest, we do not have weapons such as guns, knives, anything that could be considered a weapon. I know we do not have those. We never fire on anyone. We never do that. We never throw a punch. We never throw a kick. We never throw an object. And they're always talking about us throwing the first punch, but we're literally peacefully protesting, and then when we're peacefully protesting, you get mad that things aren't going your way and we won't disperse, so you hit us with rubber bullets. See, the fact is, America doesn't acknowledge the fact that all the black people's black ancestors created this country from off of their backs. They were forced to, and they did not get paid. And I know you probably heard that a bunch of times, but I'm going to tell you again, even though if you didn't know. We have my ancestors, who are black specifically, because I'm black, even though I'm not fully black, I am African American, have made this country from off of their bare backs for free. I just want to know what made okay, to all the white people who watch, or if you're white, and I know you have white ancestors and stuff that came from Europe, but this does not address to you. What made your ancestors think it was a good idea to take people from their land and make them slaves? Like, I want to know, whose idea was that? Like, literally, whose idea was that? And then since you guys brought us here, you've been filling our mind with lies. Just lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. That's why, you know, I just don't trust any type of thing or anything that has a white person name on it. Like, anything that was touched by a white person or made by a white person, which most of the stuff that an everyday white person uses is made by a black person or mostly created by a black person. Like this phone, like the phone I'm recording off of, if a black person did not help that white person make this phone, I wouldn't have a phone. We wouldn't have phones. It like literally baffles me. It angers me to an extent, but I'm disappointed. But if the roles were switched, because I know a white person wouldn't last a goddamn day as a black person. I know for a fact. I know for a single friggin' fact that a white person would not last not even an hour of a black person's day, because we literally if a black person walks outside, they are not going to know if that's going to be they're literally going to worry about if that's going to be their last day of living or not. And I'm over here worrying because I want to turn 16, because I'm 15, right? I want to turn 16. And I'm over here worrying about the people I love and stuff, and everybody who's protesting and everything like that. I don't get it. I literally don't get it. What were you gonna think? Please explain to me. What were you gonna think? What were you going to think if we weren't treated how you were? If the roles were switched, we will be living the same, because I know for a fact that black people wouldn't be doing the things that white people be doing. Not all white people are bad. I know for a fact, because I have white friends and they aren't bad at all. Like, I know white people who are not bad. They would stand with me. But it's just why. And also, on top of that, I do not understand why you are doing these riots and looting. Because you doing the riots and looting and putting Black Lives Matter, BLM, on the buildings is making us look like we did it. Like we did it. And we didn't. So we never even asked you to vandalize, loot, and riot a Target. We never asked you. We never asked you guys, y'all Caucasian people. We never asked y'all to go to a Minneapolis Target, raid it, loot it, vandalize it, or anything like that. Not cop cars, not other types of buildings, not black people's stores that they built themselves. They bought themselves. They never asked you to do that. So what makes you think we wanted to do that? It's called a peaceful protest for a reason. It's called a peaceful protest for a that very reason. Because we know that violence would get us killed. You just gotta stop. And then the fact that my brothers and sisters are joining in them lootings and riots, that just disappoints me to an extent. It disappoints me. But my whole opinion on this is that you have to give us a chance to speak, because you guys aren't letting us speak. Because every time we try to, y'all shut us up. But we've had enough, just enough. Because right now, I should not be worrying if I'm going to make it to 16 years old. Because with all the stuff that's going on around right now, I'm literally worrying for my life if I'm going to make it to 16 or not. I'm literally worrying right now. It may not look like it, but I am. My birthday's in 6 months. That's a long time period. Anything can happen between those 6 months before I turn 16. I lost my god brother, Anton Rose, to police brutality. That hit me hard because he was family to me. He was family, like literally. We adopted his sister, and his sister is our sister, and I have a niece by his sister. I mean, you guys are supposed to be protecting us, but you guys are killing us. So how am I supposed to trust the cops now? So if someone's breaking into my house, right? I call 911 to tell them that there's someone breaking into my house. They take me as the person breaking into the house when I live there. And I don't get why people will be like, oh, America's is so awesome. It's not. Because if a Muslim or someone from Pakistan, Afghanistan, in India, they come over here, they're labeled as a terrorist. Not all Muslims and all of them are terrorists. They're not all terrorists. There's so many good ones, and you're just labeling all of them, everyone, every Muslim as a terrorist. And black people in America are labeled as thugs, animals, and savages. That is great, because I'm gonna clap that on, because you're gonna get your time where you're gonna feel like us, like you're literally, there's gonna be a time God is going to burn this whole earth down to the ground. He's gonna sweep this whole earth with fire, and it's all gonna burn. And all of y'all who have done us bad, have hurt us, are racist to us, and everything like that, those 2/3 are all going to burn and die down here. You guys are gonna be eating each other alive just to stay alive, just for food. And then the one of the thirds are gonna go up to heaven to stay with God until all that is over, the 7 years. Read the Bible. Like, seriously. You guys are going to have the time where you are going to feel how we feel. Not all cops are bad, but there are bad ones. I mean, how would you feel if I kept my neck on your child's neck? I mean, my knee on your child's neck for 8 to 9 minutes and he stops breathing. How would you feel if I shot your Caucasian child with a gun just for carrying after buying the Skittles in Arizona? How would you feel if I shot your Caucasian child for running away from the car because he's scared and he doesn't know what to do? How would you feel if I shot your Caucasian child with a gun because I thought the toy gun in his hand was a real gun? How would you feel if I kept your Caucasian child in a chokehold for Eric Gainer? I really don't know about that one, but I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, it was like outside of a store. Yeah, I think, yeah, that was it. So how would you feel if I shot your Caucasian child for jogging down the street? I mean, it makes no sense, but here we are. But how I feel about everything is just, I don't know how to feel, because I can't control it. I'm not God. I'm not a high superior. I'm not a God. I'm not God himself. I'm not Jesus. I can't do anything about it because it's not in my power or my hands to. But please stay safe. If you're gonna go protest, please bring protection, and don't forget to like, comment, share, keep sharing. Please donate and everything. Share, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.